Okay, today we're going to take a look at Why I Am by Dave Matthews. I've gotten a lot of requests for a song from Big Whiskey, and this is the only one I know well enough to teach. And, you could be the judge of whether that's even true. But this is, there's a few different parts of the song. I know it pretty well, I think, well enough to get you guys started. So there's a few different parts. Let's go ahead and get to it. The way the song starts is with a C, an open F chord. Just like a C, except you move those ring and index, up one string. And what he's going to do is he's actually going to walk this down from 3 to 2 to open, and then to a C, 3, 2, open, and then into the root, which is 3 on the low E. So the way it works from a rhythm standpoint is okay, so once again it's just 3. And did you notice the difference there where the first two are, from a rhythm standpoint, they're going down, 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 down. So the last two notes, 2 on A, open, and then 3 on E are all 1, 2, 3. Okay? So that's the one thing to be aware of. So let's take a look at the verse. Now the verse is going to be a G chord. This is actually G major scale. G is what the chord comes from. So it actually would have the minor or major notes, but the other notes he throws in there are G major notes. This one in particular is actually the main one. So anyway, the way it works is 3 on low E, 5 on D, and what he's going to do is he's going to go from E to D the whole time. So he kind of goes, and in between each, once he goes 3, 2, back to 3 on E. So 3, 2 on A, back to 3. Okay? And you can do this a couple different ways. You can do it the way Dave does it, which is where he actually takes that index and moves it. I actually go, it's just easier for me. Whichever one you can execute more consistently is what you should do. And Dave does that stretch a lot, so I don't know if he's just used to doing that. I find it just a little easier for me to do that, just to complete that 3-note sequence. I just find it easier to do it that way. Now, as far as the strumming, it's going to be all downstroke, so it's going to go. So E, E, D, E, 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 D, E, A, E, referring to the strings here. These are not the notes, of course. E, E, D, E, 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 D, E, A, D. Okay, so all downstrokes. Anyway, pretty cool song with the rhythm, just the very bass rhythm, typical Dave bass rhythm stuff. So that's the way the verse, and when he goes into the, and that's why I am, why I am, why I am, you're dancing with the rope skin. And that's the other little kind of interlude that he throws in there. and I wanted to go through that little singing sequence so you could know one part where he puts it in there. So what he does is he goes down to 7 and 9 on A and D, and then just goes 7, 9, 5, 7, same strings, and then down to that root 3 and 5, E and A. Okay, so like. Okay, so that's just one little interlude in the song, just that. Okay, now the other thing he does is the and that's that part where he just kind of does the interlude. I can't really remember the lyrics to it, but hopefully you know what I'm talking about. The only difference is he used the same progression that he does in the opening. The only difference here really is that instead of hitting that last open A, he mutes it, I think. So it's kind of a... like I said, I don't know the song that well, but that's the other part there. And then there's that breakdown, the... Anyway, that one's just going to be an F minor, F minor, A minor, so that's 5, 7, 7, 5, 7, 7, E, A, D, to a C, so 8, 10, 10, or you can play it down here, skipping one string up, 3, 5, 5. C minor both places, so. Down to a G minor, okay? Then just repeat. A minor, C, G, F, A, C, G. I don't know quite how he transitions back to the main part, but that's essentially it, I think, more or less. You guys can piece it together from covers or from his own Dave performance, or from his his own performances. But that's pretty much all the parts to Why I Am. I don't really know the chord progression to this. I do kind of an up and down progression. Dave probably does a... Probably does a heavily downstroke progression that I'm not really sure. Anyway, that's pretty much all the parts to Why I Am, and give it a try. Pretty cool song.